And in that area, our community has a wonderful partner for so many of us in the National Council of La Raza. And so I'm very pleased to ask Clarissa Martinez from MCLR to speak with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you really for the honor of joining you today on this call. And thanks to Stephanie, who is a tireless partner in this fight here in D.C. Well, you've heard from a number of people already, and I think, I was looking at the events of today, that came out yesterday, and I couldn't think that between yesterday and today, we have seen the worst of America and the best of America. I don't know if you've been following the news about the healthcare debate, but yesterday outside the Capitol, some protesters spat on a member of Congress and called African-American members of Congress the N-word, something we had hoped for so long to decisively put behind us. But today, we saw people of all backgrounds coming together peacefully in amazing numbers to call for leadership, courage, and change. And for Latinos, that change could not be more essential. The Latino community is experiencing a state of emergency. There's really no other way to describe it. We're seeing arbitrary practices as the Department of Homeland Security outsources its enforcement tactics to local law enforcement. In places in the South, definitely in Arizona, which has been mentioned, Latinos are profiled and stopped with the excuse of immigration enforcement. And if you do happen to be undocumented, then any encounter with the police, as innocent as it may be, may result in not seeing your family again. Our community is not afraid of a process that is tough if it is fair. But right now we're trapped. There is no door for undocumented immigrants, Latino and other groups to come forward, yet we're persecuted for not coming forward. It is an untenable situation. This is the reality that we communicated in our meeting with the President last week, in which Cecilia mentioned. And this is the reality that fear and all mobilized 200,000 people to come to the mall today. And that is just amazing. I think that given the economic environment and how the hardships that people are living, we thought, maybe the event would be 50,000 people. So it was just sheerly awe-inspiring. You could feel the power of people of every race and ethnicity, labor, business, law enforcement, and every denomination, including, as you've heard, the Beth Jacob congregation coming together. We stood on the same ground that our African-American brothers and sisters stood years ago as united communities to carry forward that dream that is America and that brings us here. And then as now the Jewish community has been an incredible partner in the struggle. For us at the National Council of La Raza, when we decided to take on the hate and the immigration debate, the Anti-Defamation League in particular was there every step of the way. They helped us tell the story about how code words of hate are used to dehumanize and then demonize people, so that when they get plucked away in the middle of the night, other people have become so numb that nobody stands up against it. ADL has taken hits for standing with us, and we deeply appreciate the courage to bring that truth forward. And we deeply appreciate working with Hayes shoulder to shoulder over the years to advance legislative change in this area. We have fought together, and sadly and unfortunately, we have also cried together, particularly when we could not get this over the finish line in 2007. The moral authority that the Jewish community brings to this issue is undeniable. You have experienced persecution. You know what it looks like. You know what it tastes like. And I feel that you know what it's like to stand too often alone when injustice happens. And that's why the support that in the partnership from the Jewish community has been so valuable to us. The mobilization today, in a way, culminates one phase of the campaign, but tomorrow we continue. Our call to action is to flood Congress with calls tomorrow. As you heard from Cecilia and from the Congresswoman, we need bipartisan support for immigration reform to happen. when bills have succeeded in the past, it's been at the hands of both parties, and so has been their defeat. So we think it's time for people of good character to take a stand, and we feel that together, if we build stronger coalitions and bridges, we can give our members of Congress the courage they need to do the right thing. Thank you very much, and thank you for standing with this community and being such an amazing partner.
Thank you so much, Clarissa, and again for the partnership that NCLR has with all of us in our community.